right, you guys ready for tonight?
Yay! We are excited to teach the kids about the vulnerability continuum. And just in case you've never heard of that either, don't worry because we're going to teach it to you tonight.
You guys ready for this?
Yes!
All right, Daddy's going to be writing on the board, which is a dangerous thing. Because you guys know how great of a speller I am, though, right? You guys know? No! What? Marie! So, when Daddy was little, I remember when I was Mark's age, I think, we had a spelling bee competition in our school. And I remember that so we had all of our classes competed, and then the top 2 from every class went to a spelling bee in front of the whole school. So we got to spell in front of the whole school. And Daddy, do you think Daddy won in his class?
Yes.
Yes.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. So Daddy actually did win in his class. I don't know if I was first or second, but I did get to go to the final spelling bee. So in front of the whole school, I gotta go and do this spelling bee. So here we are. We're in a big line, all the top people, and we're all spelling these words in front of the entire school, all of our friends and stuff. And Daddy got a really hard word. So hard. It's not hard. I think you guys have heard this before, huh? So Daddy's word was dark.
That's not hard.
That's not hard.
No, it's
So
not.
Daddy went up there and spelled his word D A R C K. Oh, darn. So Daddy didn't do too well in that spelling bee, but remember, I still won the class one, so that's a big deal too. So that's pretty good. So you guys ready to learn about the vulnerability continuum?
Yeah!
All right, so vulnerability. First of all, vulnerability. What is that? We've been talking about that. So that's the ability. That's like us being susceptible to ridicule. You guys know what ridicule is? Or being hurt. You know what that means?
Maybe someone will even make fun of us, but we still be ourselves and share our true story and be our real true selves.
Yeah. So it's putting ourselves out there and getting to know people and sharing our story with others, okay? So if we have a line here, let's do this. We have a little graph. And on the bottom here, we have our vulnerability. So we have vulnerability on the bottom, and it goes this way. So if, let's say you guys, and we're going to have a line going up like this, if you guys just meet someone in the store, and you don't talk to them, but you just look at them, where do you think you are with them as far as vulnerability? Are you over here? You're not very vulnerable with them? Or do you think you've shared a whole lot of stuff with them?
Are you really close to them?
No!
Yeah, not very much. So, someone in the store that you just meet, so we'll just do a little guy here. At the store.
Oh, Daddy's drawing now. Oh, that's so nice.
And he's getting his groceries or something. He's buying a little dog.
Buying a
So
dog.
he's buying his dog at the store. And you meet this person. You don't know him very much. And so we also have on this side of the graph, love, okay? And the love goes this way too. So if you're right here with someone, meaning this guy at the store with love, you probably don't love him too much, right? Because you just maybe just saw him. You don't even know who he is. You don't know if he's an axe murderer or whatever with his new little dog that he just bought. So what happens though? Let's say that this person, you start talking to them and you share with them some stories about your life. You share with them some things that are important to you. What happens is you get up this line a little bit And when you become more vulnerable and you share more with them, then guess what happens too? What happens if you're going up? Do you love them more?
Yeah.
Do they love you more? Or we could also put on here too, love or hate, right?
Your capacity
Your
to
capacity
love them
to love them
grows.
increases. So that's the same thing that happens with our kids and family. So if you think about this, who is the person who you love the most in your life?
Who are the people that you're closest to in your family? Marie's pointing to me. I love you
that's
too,
so
Marie.
nice.
That's very nice.
My mom and dad.
Benson's
Yeah.
pointing to Daddy.
So even like when you guys get grown up and stuff, and even like me, and I think about my family, when I think about the people and what I care about most, it's my family. And if you think about that, why would that be? Why would that be that usually our families are up here, meaning that we love and we care about them so much? Why would they be up here as far as our love? What do you think? Do you think that
Because you're
we've been...
usually closer to them.
Yeah, exactly. So we've
Yeah,
been
good job, Benson.
more vulnerable with those people, right? I know more about Benson than most people, and Benson knows more about me than most people, and so we've shared a lot, and because of that, our capacity and our love has also increased. And so the cool thing about this is for individuals or anything, if you want someone to really love you and to be able to love you, the more that you share with them, then the greater chances that they're going to love and care for you as well once they hear your story. And so for parents and kids, it's important that we share a lot about ourselves. I remember when we started these videos and stuff with you guys, there was a really important story in my life when we started doing our training videos that are in our membership website. I realized that one of my most powerful stories that I hadn't even told you guys yet.
Oh.
And so I got thinking about that, and I was like, you know what? Sometimes we share important things with other people, but we forget to share it with even our most important people, our family. And so for parents and kids, it's important that we communicate a lot and we talk a lot and tell each other stories a lot about ourselves, because that opens us up and we can experience greater love as we go up that continuum, okay? Does that make sense? And why is it continuum? So continuum, it's kind of a cool word. So it's like numbers. So if we have numbers here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A continuum means that these two numbers right here, the 4 and the 5, there's probably not very much difference between them, right? Just a little difference. But is there a big difference between 1 and 8?
Yeah.
A lot bigger difference, right? So that's why this is the continuum, because sometimes it's hard to tell. So if someone's right here and someone's right here, you don't notice that much. But it's easy to say, yeah, that person at the shopping mall, I mean, it's not that I don't care about them, but we
I don't
probably
know them very well,
don't know
right?
them very well. We don't love them as much. And then on the other side of that continuum, we have our family and those who we've been with a lot. And we care for them a lot, and we have a lot of strong feelings towards them. And that's why it also goes that other way with hate, too. If bad things happen, that's where sometimes the strongest and hardest relationships and the biggest fights happen, too, right? Is with our family, too. And so this is a really important principle to realize, that we've got to build that continuum and build that vulnerability with each other and do it in a way that contributes to love, right? Contributes to caring for each other, huh? You guys ready for bed?
No.
No?
Marie, you love going to bed. No.
That's why stories are so important too. Remember Mommy's story? Mommy's so good at telling so many stories, and Daddy can't remember half of his stories, and so what do I do, Reed? At night.
Marie, what does Daddy do
To
with
remember.
you in the night?
He gets his books when he was a baby.
Yeah, Daddy reads from his journal to tell you stories about him, and so I can remember him too, because my mommy was a great journal writer, huh?
You guys both get to
She get good.
reading that.
No, then
learning.
I have the journal. So I.
All right, can you guys say bye-bye to everyone tonight?
Bye.
Remember to, if you haven't already taken the 9-week challenge on investinyourchild.com, go over to there and click on that little orange button and take the 9-week challenge. You get some great training videos and be able to learn about the Invest Now framework for investing now in our kids.
What is that?